So, great storyline, great character, and I'm totally okay with him dying because I believe in always leaving them wanting more. And like just the fact that people are like, no, they did him wrong. I'm like, well, then that means they did it right. If you feel wronged, if you feel robbed.
This brings us back to the idea of Star Wars with Reva. Like, if you hate her, she is the villain.
Yeah, you should be.
Yeah, she did a good job then. Yeah. And then, like with this kid too, I think you feel him, and at the end, right, he sacrifices everything for his friends.
Yeah, because honestly, if he had not gone back, that they had no way to close that portal.
Right.
So
which
like,
is why he's like, I'll lead him away. Like, I'll buy them time. Yeah. That's it. He just bought him time.
That scene though, he was playing the guitar. Like,
in the meantime, I'm like losing my mind.
The only part with that though is the idea that like, okay, and it worked, right? So now you have, I don't know, whatever interdimensional bat things flying in your direction. So now what's the plan? That's all. You know what I mean?
Well, the plan was to get out, but then they're like,
oh, going up the steps, like, don't touch these tentacle things. They're touched.
Yeah, how they.
So it's like, how do you like what happens when what happened to them, right? Like they end up getting choked out by the tentacles. Like what happens when that happens? You know what I mean? It's like they don't have the next step planned because they can't. Like
they're going into it like that's not gonna happen. Like they gotta complete.
Then again, there is precedent for that because there's been 4 seasons of this.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes a little bit of sense that like we can do it. We can, because that's the thing too, right? The kids are like, we can do it. We can beat them. We've done it before.
Right? Except they keep making a point. They're like, except this time we don't have a girl with superpowers. Like this is this season. Like we can do this. We've got a plan. They're like, we don't have the girl with superpowers.
Like that was the thing. Like I was watching with Aaron, and Aaron kept saying that. He's like, I think though that you wait for number 11. Like I don't think you. And I'm like, but number 11 didn't have her powers at that point.
Right, and they
didn't know that she got them back.
There's no way to know that she got them back. You know.
Yeah, which by the way, that was crazy and amazing when because like she's in the Upside Down, Eddie is playing the music as a distraction. I'm talking about Max being in the Upside Down. She's trapped in the house in the Upside Down, which by the way, it was just so much Nightmare on Elm Street power in the like whoever was directing was just genius in capturing that same vibe in a more modern way, but like literally the same thing. The voice Maxine, you know, like all of it was so good.
Very Freddy Krueger.
No, it was incredibly Freddy Krueger.
Right,
yeah, it was great.
Too,
so like it's so great. Then she's got the vision of her brother, and then she closes her eyes and she's singing to herself, and she's thinking of her most wonderful memories, which apparently was that dance, right? And it gets her away, and then. And what are we calling this? The mental plane, the astral plane? What are we calling it? The mental plane, right?
It's her
astral plane.
All right, fine. So then we got 11 in the astral plane trying to reach her. She sees young Max, so now she knows she's connected to her, and she's like, Max, and then she's on that bridge. That crackling comes over, which is clearly, you know, Vecna. And then she looks over and she just sees the little DJ booth thing from the dance, right? And then she just touches the headphones and then boom, she's there. I was like, oh my God. Like, it was just so good. I just love the way that they represented
and there was a
this
way
astral plane situation.
The other thing that I thought it was cool, there was a way for them to actually go back. Because usually it's not done well. But they were able to go back and show how the 2 girls were friends.
Yes.
How 11 and Max were friends in the past and like show the scenes where they're like laughing and doing stuff. Right, like doing friends stuff, becoming friends, and it's like, and that's you know we've had enough time that.
And she's 11's first gal pal.
Right. That's
right. Like, and oh my God. Okay, so the thing that we were already shown the first 7 episodes. It was the first 7 episodes.
Oh, but what about her going back into her head and not seeing anything?
Oh, that was dark. But listen, we're gonna come to that too. That's later. The fact that she went in there. And so the thing we got in the first 7 episodes as we're doing the whole new origin of 11 is that number 1 was drawing on his pain to produce his power. 11 draws on her happiness to produce power, right? So for her to connect and try to save Max and all that, she kept drawing on their friendship. And Max, to escape whatever Vecna was doing to her, she was drawing on her friendships and the night of that dance, and that got her away. Which of course is really, it's a fascinating
look. He also
look.
Corrupted it.
Of course, because she got away, but that's his environment, not hers, right? And it's 11's environment too, technically, right? but it's not an ordinary human's environment. No, you guys are not special. You can't do it all here, but they can, and which is why 11 shows up and it's just freaking great. Just not quite great enough. But then again, because a good plan does come together, her friends on the Earth side are able to do something.
I liked how they went.
Just like Freddy
How
Krueger.
Vecna told about how he went through the world, and he molded that world.
Yeah, that's why it's
my
old.
My theory is that if he can do that to that world, I think 11 can mold the regular world.
She can heal the regular world,
Which is probably what she's gonna do.
Oh,
in
ultimately,
season 5.
which, unbelievable.
He
So,
got his 4 kills.
which is terrible.
Yeah.
Which means that I don't know where. I don't know. I haven't watched enough of it. I don't think. I don't know where that number. Like, how did they arrive at that? He needs 4.
Because he needs to open 4 portals, so he needed 4 kills to open the portals, and then they just make that earthquake come together.
Because his clock chimes 4 times.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Oh, the
not
hint
4 times.
was-
That's
yeah.
the hint. Is that the hint?
That
to
was the hint
kids?
the whole
Okay,
time.
so
Yeah.
Thank you.
But by the
I'll
time
put it together.
by the time Max was ready to sacrifice herself, they already knew. She already knew.
Yeah, she knew.
So
Yeah.
so at that point they all got it 4 chimes, 4 kills, 4 portal holes. Like they understood what was happening. And of course Nancy, which by the way, Freddy Krueger Nancy. I mean,
Yeah.
I was like, damn. I'm like, they are.
So
They're
on
like,
the nose.
yeah. Well, no, but it was cool. And I like the idea of like, I'm not gonna kill you. I want you to tell all your friends. And this was like, boom. And she was shook. For the rest of it, I loved it. And then the gun store with that little a-hole, she was just like, let go of the gun. Let go of the gun.
That dude was creepy, man. I'm
Yo.
glad he got his little.
No, I'm glad he's got his
Justice
comeuppance,
Earth.
but I was like, it was like, honestly, I was glad he got his comeuppance, but,
Was it really deserved?
right, like, it was a little bit sad. Like, he really loved his girlfriend, and it drove
Yeah.
him crazy,
Yeah.
And, but it was
And
also
plus, he
infuriating.
Never, what was a little annoying too, though, is he's like,
Very
he,
annoying.
well, he never got to see that what the kids are telling him is real either, right?
Yeah,
It's
'cause
like
he
he
was
just
too
thinks
far
the
gone.
hairbag killed his girlfriend.
Yeah,
not
he's
that-
like, you're all
not that
demon
there was
worshippers, and
magic-
that's it.
Yeah, not that there was weird, the actual
No.
demons.
Right,
Yeah,
and in the meantime, the only thing he was convinced is, I saw his body floating over the lake. You guys are evil. Like, that's all he can think.
Mhm.
So, I mean, like, there's a tiny piece of me that I was like, I almost feel bad. But the actor did a great job of making me hate him. So, like,
But overall, pretty good.
no, it was good. I liked the ending. I was sad that and they didn't even reveal it to us right away that that she went after she heals Max in the initial an evening attack where she's like, I can't let you die, I can't let you die.
That was brutal.
That was brutal.
Max going.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's it. She's done.
Yo, and then
Her crying like I can't see, I can't feel.
yeah,
I was like, yeah, that's pretty brutal.
no, and you've got 2 friends on 2 different planes of existence that are like watching this and oh man, and the fact that the fact that 11 was like there and she's like touching him, trying to console him, but like he's a visual, he's not on the astral plane, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
oh man.
Yeah.
That was a good way of showing us how screwed up and difficult this is for 11, who's the one with all the superpowers.
Yeah.
And then a great way for the actors just to give us a painful scene.
Yeah.
So when they revealed that 11 went in there and she was screaming for Max and there's nothing, I mean, that it could be symbolic of someone in a coma, So like, I have hopes we can revive Max. Now, let's get down to the brass tacks. The earthquake happens. It's massive crevasses leading to the Upside Down. Their big happy-go-lucky reunion. The entire gang is back together. Mom, Hopper, freaking Russian guy. Everybody's all happy-go-lucky. You reunited in the USA. Hopper's skinny and built. Everything everybody could ever dream for. And then the freaking what do you call that? The cinder of the Upside Down?
Yeah.
The soot of the Upside Down?
Yeah.
But it starts coming down everywhere.
Yeah.
Right? So, and of course, everyone sees it. Everyone's concerned. Like, Mike's mom sees it, and she's like, her daughter's like, oh, it's snow. And she's like, that's not snow. Like, which, by the way, I've been waiting for her to have a clue, and she's always this close to knowing something is deeply wrong. But props to her because she does trust her kids, right? She doesn't give in to that hellfire is a demon club BS. She's like, I know what Dungeons and Dragons is. My kids play it all the time. It's garbage. It's not what you're saying it is. It's not a cult. Like, I love that. Like, so I like that she's really close. But this season, all the parents got together, so all the parents are close. All the parents almost know. Right? Like the sense of parental concern is strong, and they're like, something's not right, and you guys won't tell us. But anyhow, that final season where that final moment where everyone is seeing it was like great. But of course, you know where we're going, right? With this, our final season will be the town will unite together.
Yeah, Will's gonna play a big part in that.
I'm so scared for Will. You know what I'm afraid they're gonna do to Will, right?
He's gonna turn bad.
Right, he will be. Vecna needs a new vessel, and that Will be the vessel for Vecna. That breaks my heart that they would go down that road.
Think about it. Who would be the guy? Who's the guy that everybody loved that they're sad that they killed, and who's the one whose body they left in the Upside Down?
Eddie.
So who would be a vessel?
Wow, man.
Eddie could be a
coming
vessel.
back.
Eleven shows you she can bring people back to the dead. So
Right, so I
obviously
can't. Why can't
too.
that
Vecna
guy?
can
So
as
he
well.
would find Eddie's body, bring him back.
That's why there has to be a way for him to come back, man.
Yo,
That's crazy.
let me tell you. Do you know what would be really super sick and twisted? The vessel for Vecna is Barb.
Wow.
be like, you all thought it was gonna be Eddie, and it's like this is the person you first forgot.
Kamaria brought a good point. Like, where's Cammy? Remember the group that she met that had powers that she was teamed up with?
Oh yeah, well that was supposed to be for a spin-off series.
Right. So they have to show up in season 5.
They
to
do
help
not
out.
have to show up, and also
They're gonna
that,
need all the help
and
they can get.
what the town will do it. The town will do it.
We'll see.
Like
half the town was leaving at the end of the season.
right, but the people that remain, the people that believe in Hawkins, they're going to defend their home, and all those clueless parents are going to want to protect their kids and protect their home. Or leave to protect. Some people still leave to protect their kids. Like, honestly, like, you know what? Mike's sister, Nancy's a badass. And I know deep down her mom is too. And I know when push comes to shove, she'll be like, we could run, but we're going to fight.
We can fight.
You know? Like, I know that she's just waiting. The actress is this close. She's going to have her moment. We're going to have Nancy and her mom just shotgunning. Yo!
That was very Linda Carter of her.
Yes.
You seen when she was pumping the shotgun?
Yes.
Like, bam! I was like, okay. But, anyway, spent enough time on this.
It was good.
We loved it. We're waiting for season 5. We don't know when that's going to happen.
Yeah, I can't.
Thank you for joining.
Got the upper hand too because she stabbed him in the neck. And
Yeah.
it healed immediately, right? Remember, you saw like the tentacle like cut it up and close it up. But he's still got stabbed in the neck by her, and she's no longer afraid of him. So that was the thing. Her getting injured by him kind of upset me. I don't know. That was the most upsetting part of the episode for me, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I just know if the wrong person did this to Paul, they would have been thrown over the shoulder.
Fam. Peace, love, and all that other good shit.
Give me peace out, some bitch.
Peace out, motherfuckers.
Let me get a peace out, gang.
Peace, bro. Have a good one, man. I'll see you next week.
Remember to like, subscribe down below. Thanks a lot. Thanks for joining us again. See you next week.
Peace and see you later.
See you later and peace out.